Hi, this is Chuck Martin at the AI Summit in New York City. I have with me today from Deutsche Bank, whoa,
Yeah.
Rodrigo Costa, Vice President, Strategic Sourcing. Welcome.
Thank you, Chuck. Really nice being here with you.
What is strategic sourcing?
Yeah, so that is a good question. So strategic sourcing, let me walk you through what we do, right? So if we're talking about AI, if we're talking about building a model, you need three pieces of information. You require data that in order to train your model. You require infrastructure, computing power, and you require, and most important of that, you're requiring the model, the understanding, the mathematics behind it. So what we do as strategic sourcing is we go and we search, we source that, we search who are the best players in the market that has this, and we try to acquire, we try to buy it for the company.
So is it basically looking at the correct suppliers or vendors?
We look at correct suppliers, we look at vendors, we help the business take decisions if it's better to do in-house or if it's better to buy outside.
So how do you decide between, say, a startup with really innovative technology versus a big established company that's not as innovative at the time?
So this is actually a very good point. So inside the financial industry, we have different doors to engage with different players. So if it's a big vendor, for example, usually it's going to go to global procurement and sourcing in our department. If it's, for example, a small startup, usually we have a corporate venture capital taken over because this is it's a different relationship.
So do you have to basically invest in the company to make sure it doesn't go away?
For a startup, yes. For a big company, we do have contracts that we manage with them to source the...
Yeah, the big companies are easy.
Yeah, exactly, the big companies
but
are
the
easy.
startups, I'm just wondering what happens with the startups in general, in financial services, because everyone, I mean, we're here at the show, we've got hundreds of companies, a lot of them are brand new.
And they're doing very exciting stuff as well over here.
So how do you, but you're a big bank, you can't, I mean, banks can't take big risks.
Yes, we cannot. One of the things that we do as part of banks is we actually actively manage risk. So this is what we usually do. And this is the mindset when we engage with new startups as well. How can we manage risk and how can we help them as well? How can we help them accelerate? How can we help them engage into the right players in the market as well? How can we guide them through this process?
So in the AI space, there are so many suppliers. How do you see them all?
That is a good question. That is a good question. And this is why AI is so important for us as well, right? So there are many players and we need to have ways of measuring them and we have to have ways to assessing them and controlling and managing and articulating what they provide to what we need, to our needs. It's very difficult actually. So one of the ways that we can do is we have systems that we implement, that we validate, that we use to actually balance and control and monitor all of those vendors. We also manage relationships with those vendors as well. So we talk to them, we actively talk to them, we engage. If there is part of a strategy, we talk to them, we engage, and we make sure that we are aligned.
So for emerging technology, for a financial institution the size of yours, or any financial institution, how does someone acquire emerging technology now? Is it like, it's not one person anymore, it's got to be a lot of people?
It's not one person anymore, it's a lot of people. Yes, actually yes. It's a tough environment, It's an environment that everyone wants a piece right now. AI is such an exciting new topic. We have so many opportunities in there. So this is part of our day-to-day job, right? We need to go into the details, we understand, build relationships, talk to people. This is why it's so important for us to be actually part of an event like that we have the chance to actually put faces, meet people face to face and talk. What are their strategy, what are they looking for, and how can we use that to our best capacity for the whole industry? It's not only about Deutsche Bank, it's for the whole industry.
So looking back a year, backwards,
okay,
what would you have predicted a year ago?
Oh, that is because
no one predicted general AI.
no one predicted generative AI. Yeah, so that's it, right? If we took it in perspective, if we look about ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT was this big thing about generative AI. It only took 1 year. It took 1 year, it took the market, it went from 0 to 100 million access a month in only 3 months. This is the best evolution that we have out there. So what that tells us is that there is really an excitement, there is really a need for AI, right? This is something that people use, people find it useful. So what we need to do is we need to tap into this market. But this market is also moving at an extremely accelerated pace, right? 3 months to reach 100 million is a tremendous signal. So we need to be a little bit, so the next order of business is we need to be a little bit careful on how we engage with AI, because there are a lot of problems that we identify. So that's why this year, I like the discussion that we are having, that is, how can we bring responsible AI as part of our day-to-day discussion? And this is something that the whole industry is doing, and we are doing this as well.
Responsible is where it's at. Thank you so much. This is Chuck Martin at the AI Summit.